know, every now and then I come across people on the internet that I really wish I hadn't. But you know what? If I had to see them, so did you. So today we're going to talk about a YouTuber named Madam. Madam is a proud Leafy clone, which is kind of like being a proud C student. She got her channel description, channel banner, content style, and dare I say, personality or lack thereof from the former YouTuber Leafy's here. Someone who peaked in 2016 and managed to make an entire career out of bullying actual children on the internet. But what Madam doesn't remember is that in 2016 we also had Content Cop, in which YouTuber iDubbbz dressed up like a cop and systematically ended Leafy's career by pointing out his hypocrisy and terrible content. And you know what? If Madam wants to be Leafy in current year so badly, then that's absolutely fantastic for her. But it was bold of her to assume that nobody was going to be the content cop.
What we do here is go back.
911, what's your emergency? Sir, you think you're being attacked by evil clowns. Then stop using Twitter. Texas man becomes latest victim of clown-related attack. Oh, he meant actual clowns. Sounds like a personal problem. "911, who are you and what do you want?" Oh, I see. Something that actually matters. Thank you for alerting me. Someone did something bad on the internet. So Madam's channel was largely unsuccessful until she unfortunately started gaining traction around April 2019, during which she switched over from disorganized commentary videos to other disorganized commentary videos, but about the YouTuber Onision. She made 5 videos about Onision, 4 of which were back-to-back. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with those videos. In fact, Onision himself is known to be very antagonistic, doing things like falsely copyright striking people's videos and getting them taken down because he doesn't agree with what's in them. And he did that to her. But the way she responded, I have to admit, is something nobody saw coming and was actually really cool.
And I have the King County papers ready to sue him in small claims. And it's going to be a long process, and I am willing to go through it because you will not get away with this, period.
Madam was in a position to stand up for all YouTubers in a new way and kind of break down that power imbalance between YouTubers and people who falsely copyright claim them. People were subscribing just to root for her and to support her lawsuit. And everybody wanted to see somebody like Onision get taken down a couple thousand pegs. Her subscriber count nearly doubled and she was getting support from much larger channels. And honestly, it all seemed well and good. But she placed herself on a pedestal that was so high. If she ever fell down, there's no way she would survive the fall. And then she tripped over her own shoelaces. Well, fast forward to Madam passing 50,000 subscribers. She gets into some scuffle with an artist over the internet, and at this point, there is nothing more predictable to me than art community drama. So I didn't even bother to make a video, and most of the videos I did see could have been summed up in around 30 seconds. An artist named Slimers offered to create Madam some artwork for free in exchange for credit. Madam used the artwork and Slimers made a post and a comment pointing out that Madam hadn't credited her. Madam was upset for some reason that Slimers handled it publicly, and even more upset that people were rightfully calling her out and asking her to credit the artist. So instead of doing that, she just starts ranting about her on Instagram, giving out the artist's personal phone number, and making a YouTube video claiming that Slimers, quote-unquote, lies about everything. The artwork is still up, Madam hasn't apologized, and there have been no further updates. That 30 seconds of information are why the majority of people are upset at Madam right now. Doxing a minor by giving out her phone number, refusing to give credit, and accusing her of lying about things that she has evidence for is bad, and that's what everyone's talking about. But after doing some deeper research, I realized that as bad as those things are, those barely scratch the surface of the awful things that Madam does on the internet. One chronic habit that Madam has is deleting things. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say deleting things are bad. In fact, I've gotten rid of so many of my own tweets that my Twitter analytics look like they're flatlining. But the things Madam deletes are usually lies that she gets caught in. She tried to get her audience to believe that Slazo was an abuser, when she herself wasn't the victim and she offered absolutely no evidence.
Lazo has merch on the same website that I have merch on, so let's compete with him because he doesn't deserve a following.
It's impossible to get a full extent of the lies and damage she's done on the internet because she has no problem with deleting it. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's also impossible to keep track of the extent I will go to find information on the internet, so that wasn't really a problem for me. Another thing is, apparently, she has a habit of telling people to off themselves. I've seen her say this once, twice, 3 times. No wait, this 3rd time is not her telling someone to off themselves. This is her mocking someone whose friend died. Another thing is the extreme manipulation tactic she uses. And you can see it in small cases like her trying to use the Lazo situation to get some more merch sales, or in giant cases like her threatening to sue small YouTubers for making what she calls slander.
None of it's true, and you go around slandering me. I have YouTube agents, and I can pursue legal action against you.
I'm gonna be honest, the way this guy was laughing while reading that paragraph was my exact same reaction while reading that paragraph. Madam apparently has YouTube agents? What is that, like the Secret Service? How am I supposed to believe you have YouTube agents when you don't even have a YouTube play button? Like, try passing 100,000 subscribers. Then again, that means you would need to pass 50,000 subscribers. Again. It's worth noting that the kid she was threatening to sue was also 15 years old, just like the kid whose artwork she used without credit.
I'd love to take you to court. I hope your legal guardians have a lot of money. We don't.
That's sick. I'm also just gonna put out a general warning to everyone who sees this video. Don't work with Madam, even if she does offer to pay you. She doesn't value artwork or the people who use it. One of her previous profile pictures was artwork from another artist that she used without credit. Her channel banner is literally screenshotted from Leafy's. And here we have one of her former editors claiming that they had some sort of disagreement and she allegedly refused to pay him the agreed amount and instead started ranting about it on the internet. As you can see, there's repeat behavior. She has a habit of just doing the same things over and over with different people. And it's completely hypocritical. She lords her slightly larger audience over people the exact same way Onision does. So, you might be thinking, wow, D'Angelo, this has been awful. But don't worry, I'm gonna wrap it all up by explaining how it's actually so much worse than I could have possibly imagined. So at the heart of this, Madam being a mass manipulator, using power imbalance to threaten people, and refusing to budge on any issue that anyone has with her. As toxic as those traits are, they aren't inherently dangerous, and unfortunately, they're not that uncommon when it comes to certain people on the internet. So the real issues I want you to remember in this video are 2 things. Madam does illegal things and targets children. The kid she threatened to sue, as I said, was 15 years old. And what he was calling her out for in that video was posting a picture of someone's house on her Instagram story. Doxing people by giving out their personal information is illegal. The one artist Madam ripped off, she doxed her too, and she was also 15 years old. Targeting children on the internet, doing illegal things. In fact, this girl that Madam told to off herself, incidentally, was 15 as well. Madam is 19 years old, going on 20. So this isn't a case of some kid being mean to some other kid on the internet. This is repeated behavior of an adult doing illegal things and targeting children. This is the kind of person we're dealing with here.
So she lies about me. She lies about her age, she lies about her occupation, and I'm suspecting it is a possibility she lied about getting sexually assaulted.
Going public with someone's assault story that they shared with you privately could ruin their life. And then to go a step further and accuse them of lying, as far as I'm concerned, that's the main issue, and the art theft is secondary. I'm really tired of hearing her voice, so I'm only gonna play one more clip from her.
And my friends were Snapchatting this, like they were not drawing over it, nothing. So these Snapchats kind of went around as it was all over people's Snapchats. Now I didn't Snapchat it myself because I don't want to show on my fucking screen, but it was other people did and it was fucking hilarious, I'm not gonna lie.
In conclusion, Madam, I'm talking directly to you. I really hope you are the female Leafy, because Leafy stopped uploading in 2017, and I would really love for you to join him. Anyway, looks like I've gotten 10 minutes of content out of this, so leave a like, tell me what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and make it to my 205,000 subscribers. Okay, bye.